video for this one. Okay, now the last part of the equation. So again, this whole 6 weeks, you need to be able to get the 3 parts: the heart, the steps, the banana from the graph, from the table, and now from the equations. So the equations, let's write an equation right here just for 24 minus 1 over 3x. So this is one of the reasons why I asked you to squiggly and underline a couple, like last week or the week before that. So what you're going to do is the banana is the one that you underline. Okay, if it's in y equals. Remember, this 6 weeks, everything's going to be pretty straightforward. Next 6 weeks, it won't be in the y equals. We'll do different things for next 6 weeks. But right now, we're going to underline the one without x. This one has x, so we squiggly this one. So for this problem, because I underlined the 24 does not have an x. That is my y-intercept. The 24 is the y-intercept. Please put a banana over it. Okay, all you have to do is underline squiggly. Okay, when it's on the table, you find where x equals 0. When it's on the graph, it's where it's on the y-axis. Alright, so for the slope, I'm going to have you write a different equation. We'll make it 36 minus 9x. We do the same thing for slope. We underline if it doesn't have x, and we squiggly when it does have x. So, for the slope, it's the one that you squiggly. It's the coefficient of the x. So for this one, I'm going to squiggly this one with my orange, and above it, I'm going to draw my steps. Okay, that means that this 9, this minus 9, would be my slope. For this one, it would be b equals 24. That's where my banana's at. My m here is negative 9. Because it's a rate, you could write it as negative 9, or you could write it as negative 9 over 1. Why over 1? Because it's a whole number. And the way we write whole numbers as a rate is over 1. Why? Because negative 9 over 1 is equal to negative 9. I cannot put anything else as the denominator and still get negative 9. It only works if I write over 1. It's like saying they subtract or they spend $9 a day or $9 every day. You could say they spend $9 every one day, but we typically don't say that, but we're meaning she spends $9 every one day. Okay? Now, for the x-intercept, we're going to come back to this one because for the x-intercept, we have to solve the equation. This one's going to be TBC, to be continued. Dun dun dun. Eventually. Okay? We're going to come back to this one. This one, we're going to have to do some solving. That's why we did solving a couple weeks ago, so I could see who needed some help. And so this week, we're going to work with those people who need help solving, so that next week when we solve this one, everybody's kind of on the same page. So please get your quiz. Please label. So I'm going to squiggly, circle, underline. We don't need to do circle this time. I have the 15. There's no x, so I'm going to underline. This one has an x, so I squiggly. Because this is the underline, there's no x. That makes it my banana, my y-intercept, the b, the beginning point. And notice, again, it was a banana on the table. 15 was still the banana on the table. Notice on the graph, the 15 has a banana on it. Notice when you do this on your quiz, you basically, on your tests and your homeworks, you have all the answers already. You just need to confirm that you get the same thing. Here, she already marked it for me because it has a x. That makes it my slope. So I'm going to get my markers, and above my slope, I'm going to draw the little steps because that's what slope is. Talk about being, what's that, ambidextrous? Okay, and so please do the same thing with the other equation. Underline squiggly, and you'll be able to see the y-intercept and the slope. Notice you cannot see the heart. We already know the heart is 20, but notice you cannot see it right here in this equation. You're going to have to solve it, and we're going to TBC, to be continued, on another day.